students. Today we are going to study the essay of friendship by well-known scholar, social reformist, good humanitarian, moral and a well-known human being Francis Bacon. In the earlier class we have studied Francis Bacon's essay of study. We have finished this essay into the two lectures, lecture 3 and lecture 4. Today in lecture 5 we are going to study of Francis by Francis Bacon, lecture 5. Dear students, when you think about friendship, you will or you might have understood very well what is meant by friendship. In this essay of friendship, Francis Bacon has highlighted the importance of friendship and also defined the concept of friend in a very well and full detailed manner. Students, you know everybody has friends. One has one friend, one has two friends, one has a lot of gatherings. Everybody is friend. But here, through this essay of friendship, Francis Bacon is going to highlight the concept of true friend, because one has a close friend, either one or two, not a crowd. Because Francis Bacon doesn't call crowd means many people, many friends as a friend. Because Aristotle, also a well-known Greek scholar, highlights on this comment like of friendship. He says, friend to all is not a friend. Friend to all is friend to none. Means, in this regard, Aristotle, the well-known Greek scholar, says, friend to all is friend to none. Just you consider here that one must have a close only one friend, not 2, 3, 4. So that what happens, one could not explore or discuss his problems, sufferings with him. So, through this essay of friendship, Francis Bacon highlights the importance of friendship, and also one has a friend means its fruits also he discusses. He discusses through this essay the, we can say, the fruits of friendship, or he highlights the major three fruits through this essay, principles of friendship. Fruits of friendship, principles, or we can say the principal fruits of friendship. Even he highlight the references of ancient times and their stories of friends or friendship. Even he also highlights the references of kings, princes, dukes, and so on, and their dire need of friendship. Yuvani also highlights the references of such kings who have considered someone his close friend and how he gets suffered due to that friendship. Sufferings, or we can say betrayal of friendship. That also he going to study. In the second sem, we have one tragedy by William Shakespeare entitled as Julius Caesar. How Julius Caesar, the great emperor of Rome, well-known warrior, who has brought much fortune to the Rome, and who, how long he lived, struggled for the welfare of Rome, but what happened? His close friend became the victim of such evil people, came into contact with the evil conspirators like Casca, Cassius, and kills his own close only friend Julius Caesar. It means that, dear friends, in history also, many kings, emperors, duke, duchess, princess also became the victim. But here, Francis Bacon forms with an idea that one must have a close friend if he has to live on this earth. Otherwise, he is not fit to live on the earth. If he has not a close friend, then he must leave this or quit this stage. It means that फ्रान्सिस बेकन म्हणतो की ज्याला एक सुद्धा मित्र नाही त्यांनी हे रंगमंच सोडून द्यावं, त्यांनी इथे राहू. कारण की जवळचाच मित्र असेल तर माणूस आपल्या भावना, सुख असो का दुःख असो, आपल्या जवळच्या मित्राला सांगतो आणि त्यामुळं त्याचे दुःख कमी केले जातील आणि त्याच्या पश्चात त्याचे राहिलेले अर्धवट कार्य किंवा त्याच्या भावना त्याचे मित्र त्यांच्या परिवारापर्यंत किंवा राहिलेले काम तो पूर्ण करू शकतो. कारण की त्याच्यासोबत त्याचं पूर्ण गूढ संपण्यापेक्षा त्याला एखादा तरी जवळचा अंतःकरणाचे बोल शेअर करणारा किंवा चर्चा विनिमय करणारा एक तरी मित्र असावा, असं फ्रान्सिस बेकन ह्या विषयामध्ये सांगतो. Beside this, Francis Bacon says only two kinds of people have no friends or never believes on friendship. He says who they are. Francis Bacon at the very beginning says, whosoever is delighted in solitude. Solitude means ekantwas. Solitude is either a wild beast or God. Here he gives the reference of two. Whosoever is delighted in solitude, either a wild beast or God. Only these two types of people live in solitude, not the people like us. So wild beast means they who has a natural hatred towards society. Means we can say they Satan or anything. And the other is, who for the welfare of the society and human being and to raise their standard, one prays into the solitude, that is God. First he divides and discusses about the two. He says natural and secret hatred. He talks about the first wild beast. According to Francis Bacon, natural and secret hatred towards society, natural and secret hatred towards society in any man, in any man hath somewhat of the savage beast, is a savage beast. Here I simplify the definition. Wild beast, natural and secret hatred towards society or the human beings, is a savage beast, means who has a tiraskar, not like the human development, welfare and the company. So they live in solitude or isolation. These are the people ज्यांना मनुष्य जातीचा तिरस्कार आहे असे त्याला वाइल्ड बीस्ट म्हणतो. And secondly there is the another type of character who prefers to live in solitude, that is God. God, according to Francis Bacon, has or is any character that is a, we can say, divineness. Divine character, not of all love and desire to sequester man's self for higher conversation, means who lives in solitude, divine character who lives in solitude for the love and desire, or they are out of the love and desire to sequester a man's self for higher conversation. To sequester man's self for higher conversation. For higher conversation. So, dear friends, just you think about the difference between the two people. We have two types of people. One is the wild beast and another is the God. And wild beast is or has a natural and secret hatred towards welfare, and quite contrast to it, that is the image of God, who is divine in nature and who just stands out of the love and desire of the mankind and for the sequester of man's self for higher conversation, means माणसाचं अस्तित्व प्रेमासाठी आणि त्यांच्या भल्यासाठी तो नितांत तयार असतो, तो God. And these are the two types of images. And in the ancient time there were also such people who out of love and desire for the man's development and also for his overall, we can say, the protection, there were also some godly image in the ancient time who were also prefer to live alone. though they were Epimendius, the Canadian, means these are the godly images who prefer to live in solitude or alone. Numa the Roman, Numa the Roman, Empedocles, Empedocles, Empedocles the Sicilian, the Sicilian Apollonius of Tyana. Apollonius of Tyana. These were such great people who, of different countries, Canadian, Roman, Sicilian, Tyana, they lived in solitude, means ekantasat raहिले, lived in solitude out of love and desire to sequester for man's self for higher conversation. So, these were the people about whom Francis Bacon talked, and these people are the gods and who just live in isolation for the man's higher sequester, means त्याचं उच्च भल्यासाठी संरक्षणासाठी ते एकांतवास प्रिफर केले. After this we have, according to Francis Bacon, he very well talks about these two concepts at the very beginning. And dear students, you one thing remember, the first concept or definition of Francis Bacon about the friendship, that he simply say only who God and beast, these only two prefer to live in solitude, means we can say wild beast. One is out of love and desire, and one is for hatred of human. Love, hatred of human. Human is common. One makes a love while other makes the hatred, right? And he also talks about the diverse godly images in the ancient time, though he may be Empedocles, he may be Numa, he may be Epimendius, or he may be Apollonius of Canadian, Roman, Sicilian and Tyana, who struggle. And after these two division or the people, he talks, and after that he says and defines further his idea about the friendship, and in detail along with the fruit of friendship. In the next class we will discuss in detail the overall opinion of Francis Bacon about the friendship, and also the first principal fruit of friendship, and in which what Francis Bacon explains through this fruit, right? So in the next class we will highlight Francis Bacon's views on friendship in detail. That may be lecture 6. So I stop here with this brief introduction about the friendship by Francis Bacon. Thank you very much.